It's Melanie. Today we are doing my 7-month intermittent fasting update. Today I thought I would talk specifically about how things are going during the holiday season. I know I had some questions in last month's video about how I thought that it would go during the holidays with fasting. And I thought that was kind of a neat thing to sort of watch to see how I would handle that, like over Thanksgiving and, you know, the first week or so into December. And so I've been keeping an eye on it and just kind of watching what my triggers are and just kind of paying attention to how it's been going. So that's what I'm going to be updating you guys on today. So all of my previous videos I will go ahead and link in the description box, so you can watch updates over the last, 6 months on how intermittent fasting has been going. You can find that information down there. If you are curious, I do the 16-8 split, which is called Lean Gains. I have found that one to be the most beneficial and the most doable for me. I am not someone who is hardcore about intermittent fasting, and I'll kind of share like the things that I sometimes like let slip. But I have found that the 16-8 is just the most viable for me. It works with my schedule in terms of work, with life with my kid, with my family in general. It just works the best. And quite honestly, I don't think that I could go more than about 17, 18 hours without food anyway before getting really hangry. And I am one of those people that when I get really hungry, I will rip your face off. Like, I become a beast, and I'm not necessarily proud of that, but that's the thing. Like, I do get very hungry towards the end of my fasting period. And I'm ready to eat by that point. So 16-8 is the way for me to go. There are lots of other different types of fasting approaches, and you can research those yourself and see what works best for you. In case you guys are wondering, I did discuss this recently with my doctor. I had to go in for some health issues that were not related to fasting at all. So don't think that. But she did ask me about, like diet, exercise, and all those things, and I shared with her what I'm doing, and she said, it's fantastic. You look great. Your weight and your muscle mass is perfect, and you're good to go in that way. So keep doing it. If you're happy doing it, do it. So she gave me the thumbs up for it. It's still working extremely well for me, you guys. Let's talk about how Thanksgiving went. I did break my fast about a half hour early, a little bit over the last, few weeks when the holidays really got going. My family likes to have, I was up at my parents' house, they like to make breakfast, and, there were definitely mornings where they had like brunch at 11:30. I normally don't eat until noon, just for reference sake. And when they sat down at 11:30, I was like, I'm gonna eat with my family, like, here's the thing, like, I believe in being flexible in everything in your life. Like, I don't think you have to go hardcore 100% of the time to see benefits from something. I mean, you might see more benefits, but if you're like 1,000% about something, but that's not my personality type. That's not gonna work for me. If I take that approach to it, I'm gonna grow real tired of doing that. And I'm just not gonna do I'll just drop everything and I'll be like, F all this, like, I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing. But this is just very easy for me. It's very easy for me to say, you know what, it's only a half hour, I'm hungry anyway, and I'm just gonna eat. I did mention in last month's video that I noticed that since the fall really got going, that my appetite has increased. And I have kind of taken in a few more calories, definitely, during my eating period over the last month. It hasn't caused me to gain weight or anything. I still look and feel really, really good. By the way, I know that there are people who are really frustrated by the fact that I don't weigh myself to give you guys a specific weight. I don't go by what a scale says. I think I'm probably somewhere around 180 pounds, and I am 5'7". So, and my body type is very muscular. You guys, I don't know if you will have seen my gym routine yet, but if I do have that video up already, I will link that down below. I focus on weight training, so I have a lot of muscle, and that's just the way my body is built naturally. So 180 pounds sounds like a lot, but I mean, I don't feel like I'm overweight. I mean, according to like the BMI, I'm like overweight, borderline obese, I think, but I don't think that I am. I'm very content with the way that my body looks. So I'm sorry that I'm not giving you guys like the information that you really want, which is exactly how much weight have you lost, you know. I go by how I feel. I started this to like help my gut feel better, and it does. It feels fantastic. But the holidays really haven't been a hindrance. I'm eating a couple more cookies here and there, but other than that, I'm maintaining my normal eating that I had like in the 6 months prior. So nothing really is different. And I think it's just going to go the same way like through Christmas. You know, if we decide to have breakfast at 10:30 or 11 on Christmas Day, then I'm going to have breakfast at 10:30, whether I break my fast or not. But the good thing about fasting also is if I just stop eating a little bit earlier the night before, I won't even have to break the fast early. You know, if I stop eating by 6 p.m., which is probably pretty easy for me to do, then I can continue to maintain that 16-hour, you know, fasting window. I love how flexible this is. And that's the thing that I really appreciate about this approach to maintaining my weight, because that's really what I'm looking to do at this point. Is I don't want to like continue to gain. I've noticed that the older I get, I'm in the last year of my 30s at this point, and I've noticed that since entering the 30s, like each year I've just put on a little bit of weight each year, and I'm trying to stop that creep, you know, of like a pound here, a pound there, because after like a decade or two, you can be 20 pounds heavier, and it's just one of those things where you're like, when did this happen? You know, when did I gain 20 pounds? And honestly, the intermittent fasting has just kept me very level. I haven't lost a drastic amount of weight, but it has kept me very level, and I just feel better, and I think I look better. My eczema has improved drastically ever since starting this. It has helped me clean up my diet. I will say I definitely make better choices. I'm just more inspired to personally. I mean, you might not be. I mean, you might continue to eat Doritos at 3 p.m. because that's what you've always done. But I mean, for me, it's just kind of like, well, I'm doing this good thing for myself. I might as well fuel my body with better food. So a lot of snacks now are celery, carrots, apples, you know, bananas. During the summer, I ate a lot of fruit. I love fruits, a lot of watermelon, blueberries, raspberries, that kind of stuff. I love eating, you know, like unprocessed food like that. So I'm trying to do that a lot more. But yeah, it's going good. I mean, I don't have a drastic update for you guys. The holidays haven't been an issue. I just adjust. And that's the beautiful thing about this approach. So I would love to hear down below in the comments how the holidays are going for you if you are doing intermittent fasting, if you've noticed any bumps in the road, or if it's just kind of smooth sailing. If you're indulging in treats. I mean, I definitely am. I'm not going to deprive myself. You can. And for some people, I feel like they kind of have to do that in order to, you know, maintain or to feel like they're doing the right thing for themselves. But for me, the right thing to do is if I want a cookie, I'm going to eat a cookie. So, you know, it's all about moderation. I feel like if more people thought about it that way, everything would come a lot more easily to them, because this comes easily to me now because I just view it from a standpoint of I don't have to deprive myself of anything. I just need to make sure that I don't overdo it. And also, kind of, I don't want to say starving my body, but giving my body a break for 16 hours gives it an opportunity to like really clear my gut out each day and have a fresh start. Like when I start eating, I know that I have an empty stomach. I know that things have moved through and I'm ready to start my next day of feeding my body good food and cookies every now and then, because I love cookies. Not really much of an ice cream person, not really much of a candy person, but if you put like a pile of chocolate chip cookies in front of me, I'm not gonna resist that because those are amazing. I love chocolate chip cookies. Anyway, let me know down below how the holidays are going for you. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. And please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.